Good News Dongdaemun Church held a dedication service with Pastor Aksu Park on 22nd. Dongdaemun Church had been renting a chapel for worship for the past 30 years, but last year, the congregation came together to purchase the building and underwent a 6-month remodeling project. The congregation said that in addition to the construction work, they also participated directly in the construction site and learned how to rely on the word during that time. At the dedication service, Pastor Aksu Park gave a sermon on the topic of Romans 3 and shared his belief that 100 people would gather at Dongdaemun Church within this year. The Dongdaemun Church congregation testified that everything was filled and led in God's way, and expressed their hope that God's will would be more clearly revealed in the new chapel. On 25th, a joint worship service with Pastor Aksu Park was held at the Good News Wonju Church. This joint worship service was prepared for the saints in the Gangwon region who were preparing for the upcoming World Camp and Summer Camp to gain strength from the Word, and the sanctuary was filled with saints from each church in the Gangwon region. There were special performances by the Wonju Church, Cosmos Choir and the Groches Choir. Pastor Aksu Park preached the gospel from Romans 3:23-24, saying that Jesus died for our sins, and that our sins were washed whiter than snow through his precious blood. The saints in the Gangwon region shared their thoughts about the meaning of the gospel in this joint worship service and expressed their anticipation for God to work through the word this summer. Good News Incheon Church held small-scale regional Bible seminars on June 20th, 26th, and 27th. This was an activity for the upcoming summer camp invitation. Each region invited Pastor Park Young-jun, Pastor Park Byung-nam, and Pastor Oh-hai-won as lecturers for the first and to end, third, and fourth regions, respectively, and preached gospel. The church evangelism team also held an Island Love Beauty service and a happiness concert at the Joal National Nursing Home in Ongjin-gun on 26th to evangelize the island. The evangelism team announced that they plan to expand the scope of the gospel to island regions such as Deokjiokdo and Ejokdo in the future. Good News Zimbabwe Hira Church held various events throughout the month of June to preach the gospel. On 9th to 11th, they held a CLF, with Pastor Lee Gwangbo as the lecturer, preached the gospel to about 100 pastors, and conducted mind education for school principals. On 21st, the first weekend academy graduation ceremony was held, and 200 students who completed each subject for 3 months received certificates of completion, and Minister of Technology, Development and Audit gave a congratulatory speech. They hope that the power of the gospel, spread in various ways, will lead to changes in Jinbabuyo. Good News Seonbuk Church Educational Mission Society held an event titled Bible Stories for Local Residents, Forgiveness of Sins, and the Secret of Rebirth at the Ondolsim Small Library in Gangbuk-gu, Seoul on the 23rd. Evangelist Yong Seok Lee gave a gospel lecture on Hebrews 10, and the attendees expressed their confidence in the forgiveness of sins and expressed their desire to attend and hear the sermon in the future. Good News Gwangmyeong Church held a women's gospel speaking contest on 15th and 20th, respectively, last year. Due to short preparation period, the participants overcame the burden and challenged themselves, and on the contest, presentations were given on various topics such as It's All Done, Sin and Death, and The Way to Heaven. Winners were selected based on the clarity of the presentation, testimony, and expressiveness, and after the competition, performance by the Wusel Elementary School Choir and a message from Pastor Lee Hee-taek followed. They said that they hope this competition will provide more opportunities for the members to spread the gospel to citizens. Good News Yanggu Church held the 2025 Happiness Recharge Family Healing Day event at Yanggu Hyangyo Traditional Etiquette Education Center on 21st. About 80 parents and children living in Yanggu County attended. County Mayor Seo Hyung-won and County Councilor Kim Jang-mi delivered congratulatory remarks. Local performance teams donated their talents, and Pastor Kim Jeon-young of Yanggu Church gave a message and mind recreation, creating an opportunity for parents and children to understand and accept each other's differences through conversation. Yanggu Church hopes to continue to have warm meetings with local residents and spread the gospel in the future. On June 22nd, the Safari Dream, a food market to help the underprivileged in Africa, was held at the Gwangju Culture and Sports Center. This bazaar, which was held with the participation of Gwangju church members and local residents, was held under the slogan, Your 1001 Creates a Miracle, and various food and goods were shared. The proceeds will be used to support the underprivileged in West Africa, and it was a meaningful event where small but warm hands gathered to deliver great hope. On June 23rd and 24th, Jeonju Lincoln School held a dance camp. In various programs to improve understanding of performance and teamwork, students spent time developing not only their understanding of performance, but also their sense of challenge. There was a mind lecture by Park Jang-young, the performing arts director who led the camp, and students shared their feelings about the performance, saying that they were able to reflect themselves and become closer to God. Good News Gwangju Church Youth Association visited the Good News Jeju Church from June 20th to 22nd and held a joint youth association with them and Seogwipo Church Youth Association. In preparation for the upcoming summer event, programs were held for the Gwangju and Jeju Church Youth Associations to interact and share the gospel, and Pastor Kim Jin-seok of Gwangju Church preached gospel. A workshop was held for the women of the Suan Church in Yesan for 2 days and 1 night from the 26th. Women invited acquaintances to a Havia tour, and in the evening, Pastor Moon Min-young delivered a sermon about the eternal righteousness given by Jesus. In preparation for the World Camp and Summer Camp, each church spent time strengthening their hearts through the Word and workshops.